Well, we are still on the daily upgrade, and this is the upgrade seat with Rutamo Wera Fabiola, our technology lawyer, who is giving us the tea about what's going on really when you're on those social media platforms. And I can tell you for sure that it is a little bit scary.
She's really upgrading us.
We are
I've been
getting
upgraded,
knowledge
Kabisa.
that is going to change us forever or make us very, very, very
Scared.
paranoid. Before we continue, I would like to share a message from a listener who's answering to the question that we've been asking. We are asking, should children below 16 be allowed to access social media? And Juicerate, I don't know, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, is saying there is no way to ban them, but they need guidance and control over certain elements of the internet. I think he seems to be agreeing with you, Dixon.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go on, Fabiola. We were still talking about what problem the government would be solving if they put if that they passed that law, and if it was mainly about protecting children's mental health, online safety, cyberbullying, or something else. I guess we were still answering that question.
Yeah, I've seen a few articles in the New Times that suggest that there's a study that has been done, and it shows that 30 to 35% of kids are now facing online harms. Wait. Form of
can you
harms.
Can you repeat that? What the study shows that?
Shows that 30 to 35% of children in Rwanda have faced one type of online harms.
Okay. So
that's a concern, and that same study, some news article, it suggests that 46% of kids in Rwanda have access to the internet, but there's no study that shows us what number of kids have their own personal phones. So they are now accessing all these digital platforms and social media through another person's phone, the parents, the sibling, the friends. So it's going to be tricky to enforce, account level restriction, because it's not even her account or his account.
Yeah. But I'm wondering, in the morning or yesterday, we were talking about solutions and, sometimes how they can be misled. We were talking about how the school in Uganda had this bus that crashed with students that died that were going on a field trip, and now they banned field trips.
Oh my.
Yes. So, and then we're talking about that solution being a little bit far-fetched or not going to solve much.
Not even being a solution, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, when it comes, for example, to cyberbullying, isn't it easier to have a law against cyberbullying and to consider the social media space as an actual physical space? Because as much as it's not a real place, it's a place where people dwell.
Yeah.
And so you have the comment section being the most violent place on the planet at the moment. Okay, I wouldn't say, because there's a lot of war going on. But one of the most violent places for mental health. A place where people insult each other, a place where people, threaten each other. And I'm wondering, is there a law in Rwanda against that?
Yes, there's a cybercrime law that prohibits all the online crimes. cyberbullying, cyber stalking, extortion, all those crimes are punishable under that law.
Yeah.
And we have data protection law that provides for, like, impose a duty on all people to safeguard people's privacy. So there are laws.
But then, do we have cases of people who have had who were sued because they, let's say, insulted someone, because or threatened someone to kill them or told them that they should die? I see a lot of things in the comment section that are so violent. So how do we hold these people accountable? What does the law provides for that?
The law provides for, if there has been a case of cyberbullying, or in most cases, RIB has reported cases of intimate partner kind of bullying. Like, I have your pictures that I sent you in confidence, but then because we have an issue, you can use them now to bully me into doing something else, and you threaten to release them into the
public space.
Public space. We have cases like that, so it's punishable. You've seen the case of the artist Mano, was it?
Yes.
Mano.
Yes.
Yeah. So now you see that the duty is not on me as a person to be I have to be responsible on how I use the social media. But even if my content, my pictures, my videos have been used illegally by someone else, even though they are explicit and they are nudes, they don't have the right to do that. I can sue them, and I can have justice.
And what about verbal abuse? Is there something that prevents that, or is that included in the law?
Even because I've worked with women who have been facing verbal abuse in their families, it's hard to find evidence unless it's a voice note.
But what if it's a comment?
It's a yes, that's there's a sign, there's a comment. Yeah, you can.
So you can be sued for a comment that you've made online.
Yes, even before technology, defamation or wrongful, disinformation.
Okay. So I'm going to go a little bit faster and ask you about now understanding this possibility in Rwanda of the law. So if this law passes, who do you think who has the responsibility? Is it parents, schools, social media companies, government?
So if we were to adopt the Australian model, that means that the whole responsibility is on the tech platforms. That means that the parent cannot override the restriction. So it's on the platforms to design systems that are safe and secure, and to enforce that, there will be punishment. So in Australia, they have imposed fines if a tech platform is not complying with the requirements to restrict kids under 16 to access their platforms. They will be fined. They also have an obligation to do risk assessments to see how many risks or how many kids are bypassing the restriction. So they have that duty to run an assessment and also reporting. In the US, there have been some sort of reactive regulations, like a takedown. If someone posts content on a social media platform, they have, and you report it, they have 48 hours to take it down. But that has been reactive. So you reacting to the harm that has already been done. So how do we make sure that we we make preventive regulations whereby like you protect the kids from accessing the harmful content in the first place.
Yeah. So, in this case, the children do not face penalties, and now I wonder. Now, when we talk about privacy, if platforms have to verify everyone's age, how does that go? How do they know how old you are if you're telling the truth? So does that mean there will be more collection of personal data?
Yes, but because the
course.
data protection.
Data protection also
data
means
protection
data
law.
surveillance.
No, data protection law imposes these platforms to use
You
to
are
collect.
not safe anywhere.
There are laws that provides that you have to collect data that you need and for only that purpose. And there's also a way to minimize the data. But as to this case, for you to verify that you're under 16, that means even as an adult, I have to do that. So it's not only the kids. As soon as you want to use a platform, you will be clicking that I'm under 18, I'm under 16. And because in Rwanda we are enrolling the digital ID systems, and I think there could be a way to even verify that because our data are connected to our IDs. Yes, so it's going to be easier in Rwanda. But as what you say, the mass surveillance, I think it happens when it's technology in the hands of the bad people. So let's hope that it's not going to happen.
How do we know? Yes, because I was wondering if governments could protect children without entering in a surveillance culture. But yes, you answered the question, because in any case, we have digital IDs. So that's sufficient to know that this person has this age. He's from Gasabo.
Your information is out there.
He lives in Kagugu.
So your information is online.
He likes eating chips so much because he's been ordering so much on Vuba Vuba. All the information. Anyway,
It's
at
there.
this point, I don't even know why
the
we
data
are.
protection prohibits that.
Okay.
You can request a copy of how your data is being used, and you can ask to like, you have the right to be forgotten. You can delete. You can
But I think that requires some type of literacy that I think that even some of us who are using all this, I have my tablet here, my phone here, it doesn't mean that I know all these things. So do you think it should be taught in school? Do you think that some form of literacy, how would that be helpful if we introduce that in the curriculum? Because times are changing, and we can no longer continue going by the same curriculum in school where we are learning,
Welcome to my world. You're coming to my world.
No, yeah, because as time change, knowledge also have to change.
Yeah.
Like you said, you study law, and then when you had to do your master, you discover that there is a whole new world in law, where you can learn these things that you've learned. So in the same way, I wonder, is it necessary for the curriculum in the schools to evolve with the new knowledge, to evolve with AI, to evolve with social media, to have some type of literacy?
Yes, and even in Australia, even if like Rwanda was to adopt that model, it doesn't mean that the kids are not going to know about social media, because it would be unfair to wait for the kid to be 17 and then introduce them to these digital platforms. So they have to have a digital literacy. They have to be educated about them. But being educated doesn't mean that you have to interact with them.
Mm-hmm.
You can be educated on the ethical use of digital platforms, and then by the time you start using them, you already know the privacy issues. You already know, if I do this, if I post this and this, these are the implications. So it's I think it's already being done in our schools. And
Oh, really?
yes.
In
And
what in what way? I haven't
um,
been to school in so long.
I've had statements from some government officials saying that they have even put some safety guardrails in the computer at schools that are being used by the kids. Like it's safety inbuilt. So whenever they are using these platforms to do their research, they are not taken into another world of
All
Yeah.
right.
But do they? Yes, they are protected, but are they educated? In those matters, I think that it's good to have inbuilt safety, and then in order for them not to be derailed. But my question is, are we educating them on the possible harms? Not just that could be done to them in terms of cyberbullying or mental health, but also how their identity can be stolen. How all of these things that they can opt out. All of the literacy required to stay safe in the digital world. I wonder if it is part of the curriculum in schools.
I think it is. We will have to
So
verify.
I think they're just beginning. They're
Yeah.
just starting to use some schools, not all schools. It's not like every school is talking about digital world, but some schools, especially those in the city, are trying actually to implement this. And this brings me to my question, because I'm asking for kids now, because I'm on their side. I want them to start using digital skills very early. So what digital skills should every Rwandan child learn before the age they are talking about, before 16?
That's an interesting.
Yeah, I want them to start early. Maybe the social media will be there, maybe all that kind of stuff. That is not going to harm them. So what digital skills should my kid, before the age of 16, before she turns or he turns 16, that
You
I should
mean
take home?
for the digital literacy programs?
Yes.
I think they should be taught how to use tech for good. If they are only allowed to use Google, as a parent, you also have to exercise some type of control and take them, like, work with them. If you give them your gadgets, sit with them and see what they're doing, so that they learn how you do a proper search, and also, like, if they are sending, they have access to messages, they should know who is real and who is not. The verified accounts, the people who impersonate. Like, I had a cousin who once told me that Stephen Curry has texted her. I was like, there's no way. But she truly believed in it.
You told her, darling.
The cousin was that famous
Darling.
that Steve.
Wake up. Stephen Curry did not text you. Oh, wow. So I would like to go in the AI connection, since you also an AI policy expert. So because many children aren't only on TikTok, they're also using ChatGPT, AI companions, image generators, AI tutors, etc. So I wonder, should that also be treated the same, or should it be treated differently from social media? Or do they present similar risks?
In some regulations, I think it was Brazil, Indonesia, they are also including AI-enabled harms. So they are addressing the harms that are being caused by these AI chatbots, because you might block Instagram and YouTube, but if a kid is allowed to use Safari or Chrome, they can access ChatGPT or Claude or these other platforms. So how do you make sure that you address also those AI platforms, chatbots? So the law is also catering for that, but it's still tricky to enforce, because you never know at what level the kid has moved from Chrome to ChatGPT. But again, that's why it's really important to impose the responsibility on these platforms. You've seen that ChatGPT now has somewhere at the end telling you that I can be wrong. There's like a small sentence.
Yes.
Yeah, it is very, very small.
Yeah, very small.
Why do
Like
they make it very small?
all disclaimers.
Disclaimers.
You need to ask the lawyers. So, you know, they want to tell you, but I said so. Where? You see that?
You should try to ask Claude. They will specifically tell you. This is, if you ask a legal advice, it will tell you, I'm not a lawyer, you should seek. They will give you ideas, but they would put a disclaimer that I'm not a lawyer. So all those are things that this platform should be doing, letting them know that, yes, this is an AI companion. We've built a relationship, but I'm not a human. You should seek human companionship.
You should seek help.
Seek help. You know. So yeah.
All right. Let's take another break and then come back for the rapid fire.
Yeah.
And then we can let you go. We kept you longer than we should have, but it was necessary.
It was
because
needed.
you are spitting some knowledge.
The seat everyone wants. The lessons